Welcome back to Somewhat Saved. Wow, it's been a
really
minute since
back.
we've done that.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys don't really know that though, because they get an episode every week, so they don't realize that. Like,
I mean, obviously they probably know that we film.
Yeah, we film in advance. Spoiler.
A couple at a time.
Yeah. What was that, like a month ago now?
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
And it was at your house.
Now we're back in our normal setting.
Back in our chairs.
Back in our spinny chairs.
I just realized it's very gloomy out today, so it might be dark.
No.
It's fine.
Your hair does look darker though, because it is darker.
It is
but
darker.
It is darker, but I mean, it looks pretty dark. Kai's a brunette.
I'm back to natural. This isn't natural. It's darker than natural. Can I tell them my story?
Please do, yes. So that they know that this is your natural.
So I was trying to get back to my natural hair.
Yep.
So I got a color depositing conditioner. I put it in, washed it out. My hair was green. Like mermaid green.
I think you should have just rolled with it.
No, it was ugly. If it was a cute green, maybe. And then I used ChatGPT to figure out what I needed to do to fix my green hair. Because it was on a Saturday. So we had church the next day. And I wasn't going to go to church with green hair.
Mm-hmm.
And Chat said put red on it. So I DoorDashed red. Because I couldn't go out in public with my green hair. And I put that on it. It turned pink. So I did go to church with pink hair.
I thought it was cute.
It was fine.
It was more of like a pink tint.
Yeah, I used a whole bottle of clarifying shampoo to try to get it out.
Yeah.
And
now it's not pink.
Yeah, I got a different brown to put on top of it.
Yeah. So now she's just a brunette.
This was espresso brown, so it is a dark brown. But I needed to cover it, and it's still a little pink in some areas.
That's a dark brown color?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not blonde.
No, it's not
any
blonde.
way, shape, or form.
No.
I mean, my natural hair is like a dirty blonde.
It's like, yeah, it's like an ashy, though.
But
it's not like a...
Now it's brown.
Yeah. She's brunette.
So I don't know what this will fade to, because it is just a coloring depositing conditioner. So will it fade to pink? Will it fade to green? Will it just fade back to my blonde?
Yeah, mine fades to red, so...
So
it doesn't matter if I have color.
Yeah.
Or
I don't know what color my hair will be.
We'll find out together.
But here we are.
It's a good time, though, because it's about to be summer, the sunshine.
Yeah.
I'm sure it'll lighten in its own.
It's just unfortunate because it's at a time where I'm trying to grow my hair out, so I'm kind of stuck with it for a little while because I can't even just cut it off.
The text message I got from you the night that you did it had me dying. I was like, what do you mean your hair's green? She was in panic mode.
I was in panic mode.
I saw you
that. It was fine once you curl it. It was not fine. It was pink. I think I got to church and somebody commented on it, and I immediately put it in a ponytail.
Yeah, I saw it. I was there
Yeah.
that day. I went to church and I saw it. I didn't think it looked bad. But I didn't see it when it was down either. I only saw it in the ponytail.
Yeah. And then I didn't tell you this, but I did it again this week.
Wait, what?
Before I put this dark color on, I put the pink back on it, or the red back on it, because green was popping out again. And then it was pink again.
I feel like these are the nights that we need to hang out.
Yeah, maybe I just need to stop coloring my hair.
Oh, yeah. We chopped my hair.
Yeah, we did that. And that looked great. That worked out for you.
Exactly. We should be doing it together. Yeah. Actually, I don't want to touch your hair because then you'll blame me for it being pink.
You made my hair green.
No, Kai helped me cut my hair for the second time.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not a tradition.
It's not a tradition
every 5 months. We chop Brittany's hair.
Chop it off.
Your
hair grows so fast, though.
It really did.
Yeah.
This time we cut it kind of short, actually, and
it's shorter
because
than
it's
mine.
like, yeah, it's
and you always have the long hair.
I went a little crazy.
Yeah.
I put it up and I said,
yeah, she had no cares.
No, but sometimes it feels good to have change. Not pink hair, but
pink hair.
Yeah, but I mean, it looks good now, though.
The pink was cute, but it wasn't even like even.
Yeah.
And I'm also almost 31 years old. I don't need pink hair. That's what people kept saying. They're like, "Oh, it's cute." I'm like, I'm almost 31 years old.
I don't want pink hair.
I don't want pink hair.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be cute.
And I'm a youth pastor. I don't need that.
Yeah, it matches the vibe.
I need to kind of present myself a certain way in the world.
Yeah. I think it added some flair.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do some streaks one day or something. Yeah. But not
in October, like, you know, like when they do breast cancer awareness.
Yeah.
And they do like, when I was a little girl, I literally would beg my mom to take me to the hair salon that would, like, whatever hair salon was nearby that was doing it. I'd be like, please, let's go. And it would like be like a little.
Yeah. No, in middle school I used to have pink hair.
You posted a video the other day of you with tan and bleached blonde hair, and I did not recognize you.
Yeah, that was a different time. I worked at a tanning salon.
So you've had pink hair too?
Mm-hmm, and pink hair. Wow. Yeah, I was a different
You
person.
worked at a tanning salon?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's the most Kaiha thing and not Kaiha thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, now that I know you really well, I'm not surprised at all, but I feel like there's someone listening right now who is like, Kaiha worked at a tanning salon?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, no, I did. My mom's cousin owned it.
As girly as it gets right there.
Me. I think she was shook when I said, "Can you hire me?"
Crazy.
And then I tanned because I got free tans, and I got tan.
I worked at a tanning salon too, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it makes more sense. I think out of the two of us, people would be like, Brittany for sure had a fake tan. I just can't even picture. But also, like, I think that's the beauty too, though, of living in Washington. That's also why I'm a little surprised that you did, because you were here. But like living in Washington, I feel like everyone just embraces their fair skin, and I'm like, this is where I belong. It's safe.
Yeah, not in my little town.
No, in Wisconsin it was the same way. Everyone had fake tans.
Yeah, I think that's more of like a down here Seattle thing. But up there, little town, no.
They're organic down here. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they're fake up there.
That's a funny way to say that.
Hello, everyone listening from Ferndale.
Yeah. I didn't mean that.
You're all fake.
Yeah. She said it, I didn't. I'm just... You can tell it's been a while.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, well, today we're talking about a fun one.
Yeah.
We have
kind of.
Yeah. No, it is. It's like it'll get like, serious probably, but it's like fun. My favorite show that Dustin and I used to watch, it was like 3 years ago. I don't think they've produced any season since, but it was on Disney Plus.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
The Marvel series, What If? And that's like, I love that stuff. I love thinking about like, what if this, what if that, like, what would it look like if this was a different thing? And so today's episode is like that version.
What if the Jesus version?
Yeah. And I think that's cute. It's kind of fun. But we had some people write in questions, and so they all were on theme. And so we just made one whole episode about it. Yeah.
And some of these will go through fast. Some of them will land on. This episode's
a little different because we have different sections. So we'll share the sections so that there's context behind
for what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna start with the scary God questions.
Yeah.
Diving straight in.
Just head first.
We're like, this will be so fun, but now like, God. Okay.
This section is the scary section.
Scary.
It's good to get the worst done right away.
You ready?
Yep. Rip the Band-Aid.
What if God is disappointed in me?
Have you ever thought this?
I mean, yeah, everyone does.
Yeah.
I think this is a very
normal
common thing.
Yeah.
Like at least once a week, maybe more.
You know? See, I don't think that's a regular question for me.
No,
yours is
like,
once a week.
I think maybe this is like the perfectionist.
We're like, okay, that's what I was gonna say. We're wired differently. Yeah. So like, I don't think this one's a very frequent one for me. Oh, but
that's interesting.
No, I know, but you just said it once a week, and I'm like, I want to go give you a hug now because I'm like, what do you mean once a week?
Like you make one silly mistake and you're like, everyone hates me, including God, I guess.
No, see, I've thought that about people, but like God, I'm like, he probably laughed at me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, you don't. That's crazy. Yeah, maybe it is a perfectionist thing then. No, this is a normal question.
I think it's still normal, even if it's not
regular. Yeah. Also, in this season of life, I feel like it's hard for me to think about this. Is God disappointed in me? No, I'm taking care of a child. She's alive. We're okay. She's alive. She knows the name of Jesus. We're good.
She's good.
Yeah.
What if I've messed up my calling?
This is my regular one. This is my twice a week.
Yeah.
Maybe once before I go to bed every night. Like this one's every day for me probably.
Yeah, no, that makes sense too.
Yeah.
Where you're at. No, I definitely think that sometimes.
Yeah, see,
like,
I think
you have a hard day and you're just like, well, am I even doing what God wants me to do?
Yeah.
Am I hearing him completely wrong?
And I think like when I was working at the church, it was so easy to be like, am I just trying to be here and he doesn't want me here? You know what I mean? Or like even coming out of it and like deciding to be a stay-at-home mom, I was like, oh, I'm never supposed to go back. And God was like, no. He's clarified. I'm supposed to be in ministry for a long time. But I do feel like that went through my mind a lot. Like, am I supposed to, like, does he not want, is this happening because I'm not supposed to be here? Is he doing this because I'm not listening? Like that kind of thing. So yeah, I do think this is a frequent one. This one's an everyday one for me right now.
Yeah. And I feel like if you're not questioning that, I don't know. That's
it's good to reflect on.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good to reflect on. And it's like, we talked about this a long time ago, like early episode.
14 ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably. I think it was like 1 or 2. It was like episode 1 or 2. We talked about like, it's good for people to sit down and question, should they be leading? Should they be doing this? Like, that's good. Yeah. If you're not doing that, you might be over time. Yeah. Overdue.
Or should take a break.
Sabbatical. Yeah.
Okay. What if I missed the one God had for me?
Ooh.
I don't know.
I don't know if you can.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if you can.
I think God's timing is a real thing.
Yeah.
And if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. So whether it's a job, a relationship, whatever, like, God will make it happen if it's supposed to happen.
Right. Yeah. I don't think it's not about us. It's about him. And so I don't think there's a chance to actually miss an opportunity or miss the one or miss a specific thing, because he'll just recreate it if it's supposed to be it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What if God is silent because I did something wrong?
Okay, this one I felt. I've felt this one.
Yeah.
This is a tough one.
Yeah.
This one's a hard one to sit with, because you're like, there's actually no proof that you didn't do anything wrong. Like, there's no, like, this is like one that you can spiral with and be like, ooh, maybe I did actually. Maybe this is like, this one feels more like a conviction question though too, than it does like a overthinking one. Like this feels more like, if you're feeling this way, maybe you did do something wrong.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're feeling conviction over it, God's not being silent.
Yeah,
being,
that's
like,
true.
Get it together.
That's true.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I also think when we think about like how God talks to us can play a part. Like, you might be thinking he's being quiet, but the like inner Holy Spirit conviction that you're feeling is him talking. Yeah. Like, we view like him speaking to us as like this deep voice thing, and sometimes it's just like,
just be your gut.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like your body, sometimes it's like a whisper. Yeah. Sometimes it's like was that me or was that him? Like, sometimes it's not.
It's not.
Yeah, it'll keep coming up if it's him, but
not,
yeah. Here it is. Yeah, all caps, bold. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so maybe that's a good way to say it too. If you're feeling that, he probably is talking to you.
Yeah. So is God ever silent is the real question.
Woo! Yeah. That's a deep one.
Yeah.
I don't know if he is.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's probably theologians who've worked their whole life on that one.
Yeah. There's probably a few listening right now. You can let us know. I was going to name them, but you know who you
Called
are.
Out.
Yeah.
What if everyone else experiences God more than I do? Oh, I think this all the time.
But I was going to say this one too. I feel like you've witnessed a lot of students question this. Yeah. Like, I feel like it's so easy to like talk to the younger generation and they're like afraid that they don't have a relationship with God because they're like, well, he doesn't talk to me as much as my friend.
Well, because they're wanting it to be that big moment that we were just talking about. That's what people expect because they hear these cool stories about God doing that. Or they read it in the Bible about God doing that and they're like, well, I don't get that. So am I just missing him, or is he not talking to me? Or
yeah, and I do think there's also like a Pinterest. We talked about this in our It Girl episode, like a Pinterest It Girl version in all of our heads that like, you're like, oh, does she have a closer relationship with Jesus than I do? And it's like, maybe on the outside, maybe on the inside, you don't actually know. Yeah. Like, we don't actually know. And that's kind of the beauty too. Like, you can't really compare as Christians because God didn't design us to do that. You know?
Yeah. There's this thing that I keep seeing on Instagram being like, do people see colors the same way? Like, is your green the same as my green? So I think it's like that same idea of being like...
Wait, I like that. That's a separate concept. I really like that. That's
like, do you see green as blue, but I see it as green? That's and how would we ever know?
Like, what hue and like, why is that your favorite color and why is this? That's cute.
Like, and we'll never know. Yeah. But like, I kind of feel like it's the same idea of being like,
very similar.
You experience God the same way I experience God.
I like that. Yeah. No, that is. And I think that's the beauty of it. Like, that's the beauty of Jesus is he's like, you actually can't compare that. You have to talk to me about it. Yeah. He's like, I'm right here.
If you
can
feel
ask
like
me.
you're not feeling me, maybe it's because you're not. You need to come here.
Come chat. Let's talk about it. Yeah. Yeah.
What if I'm only a Christian because it's what I grew up around? I feel like this is less of a thing like with the generations now. Like, I feel like people figure out their faith journey themselves and it's not reliant on what their families like grew up teaching them.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I have a good answer.
I feel like I was just talking about this with Dustin the other day. I feel like there can be a lot of good and bad in anything.
Yeah.
Let me preface. A lot of good and bad in anything.
Yeah.
So don't get triggered by what I'm about to say if you're listening. I know Kaiha won't, but if you're listening, please, I'm giving you a warning.
Walk off the pod.
Yeah, I'm giving you a warning. I think there's a lot of beauty in what the last generation just did with deconstruction because of this. Yeah. I think a lot of the last generation created deconstruction of church, of faith, of religion to prevent this from happening. And I gave a warning because I know there's people, and I know there's church leaders who have been hurt by deconstruction, and that's real. I've been hurt by it with volunteers. Like, it is very painful when someone puts you on a pedestal that you shouldn't be on. But I think it's good. I think it's good that our kids get to grow up and like know that they can ask questions and know that they don't have to believe what we believe, but that they can deconstruct what we've taught them. Like, I don't ever want Remington to be like, I can't ask my mom about Jesus, and I don't have all the answers. Nobody has all the answers. Theologian, master's degree, doctorate degree. I don't care. You don't have all the answers. No. Biblically, you can't. So, like, I think it's good that this question exists and that it's good that you're like, what if my faith is only because of my parents? Yeah. I think you should sit with it. Yeah. And if it is, like, well, you're asking the question. So, like, now you can explore. I don't know. I think I don't think it's a bad thing. I think deconstruction can be really hurtful, but I also think it can be a very beautiful thing in the fact that the next generation gets to ask this. Yeah. And they get to be like, do I believe what my parents believe? Yeah. But I agree. I think we're entering a new generation where kids aren't going to feel this as much. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't feel it very much growing up either. I felt very much like, oh, I'm independent and can ask what I want and do what I want.
All of my family would have said they were Christians, but we all experienced that differently.
Yeah.
So none of us had the same type of relationship with God.
Yep. That's how ours was too.
I think that's good.
Yeah. And as much as people like make fun of the Christmas and Easter families, like, I mean, if you're saying you don't make fun of them, you do a little bit. Okay. Everybody's joked about it. But like, I feel like that's also part of it. It's like, it's planting a seed. Even if you're only bringing your kids on Christmas and Easter, you're planting a seed in them for like, they're going to have kids one day, or they're going to get married, or they're going to be an adult, and they're going to be like, on Christmas and Easter, I go to church. Why do I go to church? Like, they're going to start asking that, and it planted a seed for their faith. So I don't know. I think it's good. Yeah. Yeah. If you're asking that, just keep asking that. Like, why do you follow Jesus? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What if we're all just talking to air when we pray and it's actually up to fate?
You know.
I do think this one often.
Yeah.
Maybe not as often as some of the other ones, but I do think of this a lot. Being like, I've been praying the same thing. I'm not hearing from God. Is he even there?
Yep.
Does he hear me? Am I just talking to myself? Are things just going to happen when they happen?
Yeah, this one's a hard one because I think there comes a point in your faith journey where you're like, I know to my core that this is not true. But sometimes I feel like the enemy will creep in with this thought and be like, but do you know? Like, literally, like in Genesis, like that is what happens. Yeah. Like, he's like, but did he really say that? Like, that I think is what's happening is like, this question happens to everybody. First of all, if you ask yourself this question, you are not alone. Everybody asks this question because there is a season that everyone will go through that's like, can you hear me? Are you out there?
Yeah. This was me in August.
Yeah. I'm like, am I talking to the stars right now? Like what? Like, and I don't think it's bad. Yeah. I don't think it's bad to ask it, but I definitely think it's like easy to look and know in your core and like reread Genesis and be like, he literally said, did he really ask that? Did he really tell you not to do that? It's
asking yourself, do I trust God enough to just trust that he is?
Anyways. Yeah. Even in spite of it. Yeah. No, that's a hard question because there's not really a real answer besides having faith. And that's kind of the
it's just a circle.
I think that question summarizes the scary section because it's like, that's a scary question. We will find out all together.
Next section. High achiever. What if my productivity is covering burnout? It is.
Of all the things that you've ever said on the podcast, that was probably my favorite clip right there. It is. Let me hold your hand while I say this.
Yeah, there's no what if about it.
Mm-mm.
That's, yeah.
Yeah, that is what it's doing. For sure. If you're asking yourself that, you're burning out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're to that point where you have to question that, you're already there.
Yeah. From two people who've done that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oof.
What if I don't know who I am outside of my work and what I do? I feel like there's a feeling I'm feeling right now. Can I tell them about my board?
Yeah, you should get it.
Okay, hold please.
Hold please. No, I think this is good. I think everyone should do this. I want to do it.
Okay, welcome to my science fair project. This is Kaiha's summer bingo. So there are 24 things on here that I'm going to do this summer to get me out of my house, help me feel like a person.
Yep.
So it's not just working home, but
Yeah.
fun things like get ice cream after 9 p.m., watch fireworks, have a beach day, just fun things.
Go to a trivia night.
Yeah, just fun things
Yeah.
to do this summer.
These are good.
So I'm not just, so my life isn't just about what I do,
Yeah.
but it's about who I am.
Yeah. No, that's good. And I think this is a good question because I am coming up on 3 months of not working.
Yeah.
For the first time ever in my life. And I like quite literally started working when I was 12. So like as soon as I could in Wisconsin, went for it. And I ran into this big time. And I think it's important to remember that Jesus doesn't actually care about what you do.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he cares about you.
Yeah.
Like he died for you. He didn't die for your job. Yeah. And I think that's a good reminder because of like doing the bingo. Like it's just very good for us. He cares about that stuff. He cares about you having fun and doing life-giving things.
Yeah.
And if your job is becoming your identity, then it's becoming an idol,
Yep.
you know? And that's literally what he says. Don't do that.
Yeah.
We don't have other idols. He's the idol.
Yep.
Like that's it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's good. I think it's good to ask that question. I think it's good to just sit with it for a bit. I think it's a scary ass question.
Yeah.
I swore on the podcast. But I do. I think
Leave
it's-
it.
I think it's a scary question.
Yeah.
That one freaks me out. I mean, I just walked through it and I know, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of people in my life are walking through it right now. And it's just a good reflection one to be like, am I doing that?
Am I living a life or am I just going to work every day?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And he cares about you. He doesn't care about your job.
Yeah.
Someone else will do your job.
Yeah.
But nobody else will be Kaiha.
Yeah, and am I gonna burn myself out along the way, or can I have fun
Yeah.
and balance? Balance. It's about balance.
It is about balance.
Okay. What if I'm trying to earn rest instead of receive it? Oh. Oh. Clearly, these ones really. Yeah. No, I think I've struggled with that a lot.
I did write some of them with someone in mind. I'm just No, this one I do too.
I made a whole reel about it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I do this one really bad to the point where it's like, even if you're like not talking about a specific job, like
Yeah.
I literally cannot eat dinner until the house is clean.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what am I doing? You can eat dinner. The house can be a mess. It doesn't matter. You don't need to pick up
Doesn't
all those
matter.
toys before you eat dinner. You could just cook dinner, eat the dinner.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to earn.
sitting down and
Yeah.
resting
Yeah.
and breathing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jesus doesn't want us to do that either.
No.
'Cause-
No.
But-
No, sabbatical. Take a sabbatical. It's obviously on my mind right now. Jesus wants me to tell somebody out there needs to take a sabbatical. I keep saying it. I don't know why. No, I was going to say Sabbath.
Yeah.
I do think someone needs to hear that they need to take a sabbatical because for some reason that word keeps popping up in my mind. But Jesus believes in Sabbath.
Yeah.
So it's important to rest. And it's literally to prove that you didn't earn it.
Yeah.
Like that's the point
Yeah.
is that you didn't earn it. So working 6 days overdrive to be able to take a day off defeats the point of Sabbath.
Yeah.
Sabbath is pausing, not
Yeah, one of my things
stopping.
on there is to have a no social media day, and that's the idea behind that.
Look at that. I've been having a lot of those lately. I'm quite bored.
Yeah, mine's just one day, but
We'll get there. By the end of the summer, we're both offline. Off the grid.
I mean, this will cause me to not be online doing these things.
Imagine your cute little summer photo dome. You should take a picture of every single one.
Yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing, and I'm planning on journaling about each one. Okay. And then like on this board, I'll put like the receipts or like that's if I get, you know,
you should get a Polaroid.
Yeah. Oh, that's a
little Polaroid on each of them.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Yeah. Okay. It's gonna be fun. Okay. What if I built a life that looks successful but doesn't actually feel healthy? Then is it successful? Yes. Do you want me calling you?
This one was at me.
Okay.
I feel like and I don't. Yeah, you know what? Actually, something I'm working on right now in therapy is tooting my own horn. I'm going to toot my own horn. I am 26 years old, and the stuff that I was doing in my last job was a lot for a 26-year-old. There was nobody else on staff that was my age doing the work that I was doing. Yeah. The people that are doing it right now are all way older than me. So I definitely think I was doing this. I think by definition of the world, I would be considered very successful for my age and for what I was doing, and like successful as a first-time mom and a young adult married, like just very like worldly success. Mm-hmm. And I was not feeling it. Mm-hmm. And now I definitely think I'm successful. Yeah. I'm at home with my child, and I just like, she learned the ABCs last week, and I'm like, yeah, that's an A+ right there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I feel like the world will try so hard to convince you that success is like climbing the ladder or getting a title or being the youngest at something, and it's just not like what's actually fulfilling to you. That's what is successful to Jesus, is what it feels like. I feel like the closer I get to Jesus, the more I'm like, oh. Sometimes I feel like he gives me a pat on the back for taking a nap. And he's like, good job, Brittany. You took a nap today. And I'm like, yeah, I needed that. Yeah. Like, I know that's such a weird thing to say.
Not because you earned it.
Yeah. Yeah. I know that's such a weird thing to say, but I really do think that's like, I feel like I did this. I feel like I did this and I lived it, and I'm coming out of it. And I'm like, oh, I had it so wrong. And I just like fell for the resume buildup. And that's just not what I needed to do. That is not, Jesus is like, you don't need to show me your resume to get into heaven. He's like, I don't care if you're the youngest. Yeah. Up here. Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Motherhood.
Oh, we're going to start with, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Let me take a drink.
So Brittany's time to shine.
All I do is talk on this podcast. They're here to listen to me.
It's literally a podcast.
I'll babble anytime.
We bought the microphones. We get to talk into them. You don't have to listen.
But we hope you do. Like, subscribe, comment. Yeah. Oh, I kicked the cord. Okay.
Okay, what if I disappear in motherhood?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Diving right in.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow. I definitely think, without sounding brutal, you will. I think it's inevitable because you're going to disappear whether you're freshly postpartum, like, and you choose to nurse. I produced very low milk, so I was nursing and pumping, and when I wasn't nursing, I was pumping, and like, it was just, I felt like a robot for the first 2 months postpartum. And the hormones shifting, like whether it happens to you immediately postpartum or it happens to you 2 years later, like now I'm 2 years out. My daughter just turned 2 in March, and my whole life is basically just being a stay-at-home preschool teacher for her. Like, I think there's different stages and phases for little kids, and being a mom and being a first-time mom, I feel like that's why I think it's inevitable. Like, when you're a first-time mom, you're like, I have no idea what I'm doing, and I need to keep a child alive. Yeah. And I've heard it from so many moms where it's like, oh, you just like give birth and then they hand you the child in a car seat and they're like, good luck. And you're like, okay. Yeah. And, but like, that is exactly what it feels like. That is exactly what it feels like. That's exactly what it is. And there's going to come a point that you're like, who am I and what am I doing? And where's my marriage? And where's like, what is happening to me? Where like your passions change, your hobbies change, your priorities change. You have brain fog until like a year and a half. I wish I could say it was like the first 6 months. No, it's like the whole first year and a half. If you have multiple kids, brain fog's probably until they're 10, because I can't even imagine trying to balance 3 kids right now at the same time. So I think you will inevitably lose yourself into motherhood. I think it's about finding the beauty of each of those seasons where you lose yourself. And then it's about rebuilding from there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't lose yourself and forget yourself. Like, lose yourself and then, like, rebuild. There's probably stuff that you're losing that is good. Like, I prioritize self-care way more now. Like, I love reading my books. I prioritize doing that every single day. I'd never prioritized that before her. So I feel like there's just like little things that are probably good for you to lose and forget, but don't vanish. Like, it's okay to lose. Like, don't be afraid of the losing yourself, but like, don't forget her either. You know?
Yeah.
She's what got you the baby. So just live in the in between.
What if I miss who I used to be?
Yeah. I do. Yeah. I think everyone's different on this though, because I've had a lot of friends that have had kids and they're like, I don't actually feel that. I don't long that. I've had friends that like don't miss themselves, but they miss their marriage or they miss like their partner because you are sharing them. Like, you're sharing them and there's seasons that it just feels like you're roommates more than you are partners. And so I've heard people say that. I definitely am more of the like, I miss myself sometimes, like, but again, it's just you're just like always becoming a different person, especially as women. We're just always evolving. And so I don't think it's bad to miss yourself and like just appreciate her. You don't have to be her.
I feel like
again.
every time you're like, ooh, I miss who I was. And then you're like, try to get back there. You're like, no, actually, I don't want that.
Yeah, no, that's really true because I feel like the pageant world, the modeling world, the like high fashion world, the traveling a lot. It's like very cute on the outside, and then it's like anytime I've tried to go back into it, I'm like, ooh, girl, that's a lot. Yeah, and it's not as cute, and it's like a different season. It's not as cute in this season either. It just feels different altogether. I think it's okay to mourn and grieve, but like don't compare her. You're very different now too. But yeah.
What if I love my child deeply but still grieve my old life sometimes?
Yeah. I think the beauty of that is that there's moms out there who can do it all. There's moms out there who definitely, and I shouldn't say it like that, they can't do everything that they used to do, but there's moms out there who are for sure like they didn't give up dreams to have kids. They just like their kids are with them for their dreams. And that's really cool and really great. I think I'm the as we know, burnout type. And so my priority is her in this season. And sometimes that makes me sad. Like, I miss ministry, I miss events, I miss people, I miss volunteer teams, I miss running things, I miss women's ministry. Like, there's so much I miss, but I don't have to say goodbye to it forever either. You know, like, I think there's grieving it, and then there's like accepting that it's just not right now. It might not be gone forever. And then if it feels like it is gone forever, like maybe ask yourself why. Like maybe that's part of the losing yourself that you should have lost, you know? Does that make sense? That was kind of harsh, but.
You should have lost her.
Yeah. So long. I'm just kidding.
What if everyone else is handling motherhood better than I am?
Okay, I recently went to a mom's group where one of the moms was like, nobody's handling motherhood better than you. They're just at a different age. And I think that was a very profound thing for me to hear because I was like, oh, you're right. When I look around and I compare myself to other moms, 99% of the time, their kids are either younger or older. Nobody's the exact same age as my daughter. And sometimes you run into like the one that's like, your kids are the exact same age and it's cool. And you like, typically you become friends with them or you like bond with them and you're like, oh, we like understand each other right now. But I think most of the time it's true. Like when you look at other moms and you're like, oh, she's got it all together. Well, it's like, yeah, her daughter's a year older than yours and she's had a whole year of extra practice. Or like, oh, her daughter's only 1, so she's 1 year younger than her. And like, yeah, she's at like the cute baby stage that you just want to coddle them. Like it's easy to be like, oh, she's got it all together. But really the kid is so different. So that's the comparison game that you just can't play where it's like, well, what is the situation too? Like, are you a single mom? How's your marriage? What does work life look like? Do you have full-time paid childcare? Like, there's so many different stresses too. Like, does she have it all together or does she have more support? Does she have it all together or does she have, I don't want to be like, does she have a better husband? But like, is her husband contributing more? Like, that's up to you to decide if your husband's good. But I do think there's like different layers to it too. Like, I did that a lot when I was working mom. I was working mom for almost 2 full years and literally was 1 week away from being 2 full years of working mom with no childcare. And I would look around and be like, wow, but they like really have it together. Well, also their kids are in school and they don't have a toddler on her hip the whole time she's working. Like, it's just a very different situation. And you just have to, I don't know, what that mom said was so profound to me. I was like, oh my gosh, like, you're right. Their kid's probably different, obviously. Like, or like, do you have 5 kids and I have 1? Like, yeah, I look like I have it all together. I have 1 and you have 5 kids. Like, you're doing a good job. What are you saying? I have 1. I can barely keep track of her. Like, don't compare us, you know? I don't know. That was a long-winded one, but.
What if I'm stimulated, exhausted, and touched out and still expected to be gentle? This is so funny because this question means nothing to me. But you like had a reaction. That's so funny.
Yeah. I got overstimulated. I like felt Remington like on me with like boogers on my clothes and like, yeah. The other day Remington, this is a good story for this. The other day Remington decided that her new favorite snack was goldfish crumbs. Yeah. Not goldfish crumbs. So Dustin had to like go in and smoosh the goldfish in a bowl so she could just eat the crumbs. I had just cleaned the entire house and this girl is like scarfing down these crumbs on the couch. It's all over her. And I was like, it's fine. Like, just let her, like, it's not a big deal. Yeah. The vacuum will be here tomorrow. Like, it's not, like, we'll vacuum again. And I had to like tell myself that. Dustin comes sit down on the couch next to me. My toddler is sitting next to me eating these crumbs. Dustin's like arm on my leg, like just being cute. Remington decides she wants to cuddle. She wipes her boogers like, I'm not even kidding. Wipes her boogers like on my shirt, which also boogers on my shirt and the crumbs that are on her face on my shirt. My husband's trying to touch me, be cute. And I was like, I cannot do this right now. I was like, I got up. I was like, I can't breathe. I feel claustrophobic. Like, I was like, what is happening? And I think it's normal. I think it's normal because like when I have those moments where it's like, this is too much for me, most of the time my sweet, innocent husband will be like, just go take a breath. Like, just go take a breath, go for a walk. Like, take a second. It'll be okay. Like, and 90% of the time when he's saying these really gentle things to me, I'm like, I want to rip your head off. And like, how come she doesn't do this to you? And like, why is it always me? And like, why does she wipe her boogers on me? And I just think it's okay. Sometimes it's okay to snap. Sometimes it's okay. Here's what I want Remington to know. In that moment, I was gentle. I got up and I was like, I need a second. I need to go take a second. But when I'm like by myself and like it's just me and her all day, and then Dustin comes home and I like made dinner and he's like trying to touch me because he's being cute, and I like am like, like it's okay, I think, for our kids to see us react also. I don't want Remington to have kids in 30 years and be like, I can't have feelings with having kids. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to scream at her and not apologize. Like, if I yell at her, I'm going to apologize. I mean, I texted Kaiha. This is a good example too. I texted you one night. Yeah. I had a whole panic attack because I yelled at Remington. And I mean, now it's been a couple weeks, so I don't even remember what I yelled at her about. But I was like panicking. I was like, I can't believe I yelled at her like that. I felt so bad. I texted Kaiha because I was like, I am such a bad mom. And she was like, got good news and bad news. Good news, it's probably fine. She's not traumatized. She was like, literally, you were like, bad news, it's going to happen again. And I was like, you're right. And I like needed to hear that.
It's probably going to get worse.
But I like needed to hear that because I was like, you're right. Like you can be gentle in the fact that you're not abusing your child. Like sometimes you have to yell. Like sometimes it just, you are a human too. And I just want Remington to know how to handle those emotions. Like, I don't know. The last couple days we've been like practicing big emotions because she's got some big emotions. And anytime I'm feeling like that, I'll be like, you know how Remy has big emotions? She'll be like, I'll be like, Mama has big emotions too. And she'll go, oh. And I'm like, yeah, so I'm sorry for yelling at you. And she'll go, okay. So like, and she doesn't really get it. But like, it's still like, it's not about being perfect for our kids. It's about just trying our best. So yeah, what if all that happens? It will. It probably happens once a day. When you have like, again, like I have one kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. The idea of like having 3 gives me anxiety because I'm like, oh my gosh, imagine like you have that many doing that to you. There's like boogers all over. Yeah. So I don't know. It will happen, but I don't think it's about being gentle. I think it's about loving them in the middle of it and showing them that you're
showing
human.
them that you do love them.
Yeah. That you are human and that you do love them. Yeah. That's really funny that you didn't have a reaction to that because I'm like still, if you're like watching the YouTube, I'm like can't sit still answering this question. I'm like so like.
What if I'm scared this season is all I'll ever be known for?
Question is like more identity based, like just reminding yourself who you are in Jesus is the most important thing when you are struggling with your identity as a mom, because I don't think it's going to change. You can be a working mom and still question, am I only ever going to be known for being a working mom? You can be a stay-at-home mom and be like, am I only going to be known for being a stay-at-home mom? Like, it's just never ending. And I don't think this is just a motherhood question either. Like, I think this is a very, every season of your life, you're going to question this.
Every low that you experience, you're like, well, is this it?
Yeah. Is this what they're going to remember me as? Like, yeah. And I think also, like, the way I just left this last job was not, I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was, I left for my mental health. Like, I was dying. And I think that is something that plays through my mind is like, oh, am I just known as this like sensitive girl who can't handle work? My capacity is low, like whatever. And I just think the more time I've spent with Jesus, the more I'm like, that is insane. Like, that is not what I'm known for. None of those people that care about me think that. Yeah. People that mark you and put you in boxes for those things, I think it says more about them than it does you. Yeah. Like, I'm not just a stay-at-home mom. I'm not just a working mom. I'm not just Dustin's wife. Like, the people that think that just don't know who you are, and that's okay. They don't need to know who you are. Yeah. They don't deserve to know the rest. So yeah, motherhood section, that was a long one.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Okay.
It's weird for her to ask herself these questions.
Okay, let me have a drink.
Kaiha's section. Oh, cute. What's our picture on here? Oh, it's from Vegas.
Yeah,
that's so cute.
That's just your profile photo.
Wow.
That you set on my phone.
Oh yeah, I did.
So cute.
So cute. I forgot. Okay, the next section is single women.
All the single ladies. All single ladies.
Insert.
No.
Do you think I can insert that? I think I can.
Will Beyonce sue us?
Hey girl.
If we get sued by Beyonce,
I think that'd be my biggest flex ever. Yeah. Hey girl. Glad you're listening.
I saw this the other day, and somebody referred to Beyonce as BK, and I said, they're the same.
You and Dustin both were like, BK, you have the initials of Burger King, and I was like, okay, no, now I'm gonna tell people that.
Yeah, you have the same initials as Beyonce
Knowles. Yeah. Watch out, everybody! I'm coming back. How to get your spark back as a mom? Get complimented by your best friend. Okay. Mm-hmm. What if I'm tired of pretending singleness doesn't hurt?
Yeah, I think for me, it's just like the societal pressures of it. Like, people just expect you to not be single. And I'm chronically single. Part of it by choice. Like, I like to play into the narrative of being a strong, independent woman. But then, like, it does start to get to you being like, did I miss the opportunity? Am I too old now? Or just those ideas that just come from your head.
Yeah.
So I think they're normal feelings, but I think you start to put the blame on yourself a lot of the time. Of being like, I put myself here, and then how do I get out of it?
Yeah.
I don't talk about this ever, so this is me being very vulnerable. So
I'm very excited. This one's a deep episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We started out being with, it's so fun.
It is fun. They're getting to know us. I feel like this episode they're gonna be like, wow, we know Brittany and Kaiha.
Yeah.
But we're exposed. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. What if I've prayed for love for years?
Yeah. I think, everybody has prayed this prayer, like, starting as a teenager. Like, my students are praying this prayer. I'm like, stop. You're 12 years old. You don't need to pray for a boy. But I think that you just hit a point where you're lonely, and it's like a different kind of loneliness than like friends or family or whatever. Like, it's just not having somebody to do like the simple things in life with, like making my bed, like those dumb things. that you're like, God, just send me somebody, anyone, I'll take anyone.
Yeah.
And I think those are normal things to pray.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you're wrong for praying those things. I think it just matters the season and the time when you're praying them.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay, what if I settle because I'm scared to be alone?
Yeah. I think I've thought that because I've just said no boys ever for so long.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, but I want to be a mom, so any boy will do. And that's not true. Like, that what good does that do for me besides becoming a mom? Like, it does nothing. So don't settle.
Yeah. No, but
like, there's no reason to. Yeah. Like, God, if God wants you to be with somebody, he'll send you somebody. If he doesn't want you to be with somebody, you're gonna be single forever, I guess. But don't settle. There's no reason to do that.
Rip the Band-Aid off right there. What if marriage won't heal loneliness anyways?
I mean, it doesn't.
Yeah.
Like, this is the reason that I'm doing my board.
Yeah.
Is because I don't, like, I want to have a full life.
Yeah.
Just being me. And I think the world, or like the Christian world specifically, puts women in a box who are single. Yeah. Being like, well, you're doing it wrong. And I think we're kind of moving away from that a little bit, but there's still a little bit of it being like, well,
there's still a lot of work to do.
Yeah. When are you gonna get married? Like, have you ever thought about this? Oh, it will happen when it's supposed to happen.
Or the amount of times that you've been asked about your relationship, and I know single guys who have never been asked about dating or their relationships.
Yeah. So marriage isn't gonna solve that. If you don't like yourself, marriage isn't gonna solve anything. Yeah, and I'm married and I'm in a lonely season, so it doesn't. It doesn't. The loneliness. That's why I told you I want to do a bingo too. I think it's good to still be yourself and like find yourself and yeah. What if God's timing feels cruel? I mean, I think that's just something you got to work out with God. Like, it's gonna be so different for each person and so personalized to each person. Like, everyone is on a different timeline. Like, I always said that I would get married at 27. And I am now almost 31. Yeah. And so, like, in my timeline that I had for my life, I'm off. So I'm like, God, you're the worst ever. Yeah. But that's not going to be the same for everybody. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have thoughts on it.
I think sometimes it will be cruel.
Yeah. But that's true for any season that you're in too. Being like, if you're praying for healing, or you're praying for a baby, or you're praying for a job, like, and it's not happening, you're gonna be.
It hurts.
Yeah.
But like you said, like going to God with it and talking to him about it, because I feel like he has the plan. Yeah. We just can't see it, and that's what's cruel. Yeah. Okay, what if I never get married?
Oh, I think this all the time. And for me specifically in my life, I know that I want a family. Like, but I've also just pushed it off for so long, being like, it will just happen when I want it to, and I'll snap my fingers, and then I'll have a husband. And then, but now that hasn't happened, I'm like, well, maybe I am supposed to just be single forever. But I don't think that's true, because I think that God does take our hopes and dreams and desires into account. And maybe that's not even theologically true. I don't know. But I believe that. That's my personal theology. And so I think that it is, even as cliche as it sounds, like, God's timing is the perfect timing. Yeah. And so it's just remembering that. So maybe I will be single forever, but also maybe not, because God knows what I want with my life. Yeah. Anyways, okay, vulnerable Kaiha done.
Okay, hold on. But I also think it's important to remember too, like, what if you never get married? Like, I think it's important to remember that that's okay. Yeah. Like, yes, we can, especially for women, put pressure on women to get married and have kids and, like, be a stay-at-home mom and, like, be the homemaker and, like, do all these things that are, like, we say are biblical, but also Paul tells us that it's okay to be single and it's less distractions from serving the Lord. So, like, don't I don't think it's okay to like what Christians do is say that's the biblical thing and that's the biblical standard. But like also Paul is like the biblical standard is to devote your entire life to Jesus Christ. And like that's the biblical standard. Yeah. And so I think just holding on to your identity in him is the most important because that's the biblical thing to do. Like the biblical thing is not to do all of these extra stuff that we say it is. It's to just follow God. Yeah. Like that's the point. Yeah. So, and you're doing that. And like, I think, I don't know. Yeah. We're not theologians, but I don't disagree with your theology at all about God cares about our hopes and dreams. Yeah. Like, why did Jesus die on the cross for us? Like to not care about that? Like, that's not true. Yeah. Prove me wrong.
All right. A lighter topic. Church.
You guys, I feel like we are like back. We're back. Here's the deep topics. Okay. Church hurt.
What if church?
People loved this episode though when we did a church hurt episode.
As like our second episode.
Yeah.
Wow.
We really went for it. See, we are back. We're back. We're coming in.
All right. Okay. What if church hurt changed me more than I admit? Yeah, I think that when we experience church hurt, it creates wounds that can't ever be healed.
No, yeah.
And so it does change us a lot.
Do you know, like, I don't know if the listeners know this, but like the meme or phrase of like that altered my brain chemistry. Yeah. I do feel like church hurt alters your brain chemistry. Yeah. Like actually. Yeah. On purpose. Like I think the wounds are not supposed to be necessarily patched up by anyone but God. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
So it should change you.
It will. We're like, ooh, how do we hold their hand and tell them? Let me hold your hand and tell you. Yeah.
Well, because it's like, this is what I said a million times in our church episode, but it's people who devote their lives representing Jesus, doing the opposite of what Jesus would do. Yep. And then
putting his name on it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then acting like nothing happened.
It hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's real. Yeah, I agree.
What if I trust God but struggle trusting Christians? Christians suck, so you shouldn't trust them.
I think this is okay. Yeah. I don't know if I'd say it as harshly as Kaiha said, but yeah, I do. Yeah. Well,
I mean, if you're doing things that literally are the opposite of what Jesus did in his life, then you're a bad representation. I mean, and that's going to cause people to be like, Christians are the worst.
Yeah, I don't know if I can say this on our podcast, but it's our podcast, so I feel like I can, and you can tell me if I need to cut it out. But Christian nationalism does this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I was beating around the bush, but yeah.
No, I'll say it what it is. I do not, well, because I don't care. Like, the thing about Christian nationalism is I don't care what party does it. It's wrong. Yeah. It's wrong. Yeah. We're putting Jesus' name on things that Jesus doesn't want to be a part of. Yeah. Like,
the exact opposite of what he did in his
politics.
Life. Did you open your Bible? Sorry, I'm getting
yeah, politics. You think he was involved? Get out of here! Like, no. Yeah, no. I think that's a real one.
We can't.
Obviously, we get fired. Yeah, we gotta. We're cutting everything. No, I'll keep it in. But I just, wow. Gotta calm down. Repeat the question.
What if I trust God but struggle trusting Christians?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think
I stand by what I said. Yeah. Because I think, and unfortunately, I do think in our culture, and I'm talking about like, now let's talk about Western culture. I think in Western church culture, it is so hard to trust Christians because you don't know who is slapping Jesus' name on something. Yeah. You have to get to know Jesus. You have to open up your Bible. You have to read scripture. I'm not talking about going on the Bible app on your phone. I'm talking about whip out your Bible, the old classic physical Bible, and get to know him. Yeah. Because the Western church, mega churches, Western culture, the United States will put Jesus' name on anything to sell it. And it doesn't mean you don't have to have community. Like, find Christian friends, find community, but like, we have to stop treating our pastors like they're Jesus. We have to stop idolizing the news. We have to stop idolizing what we see on social media. Like, all of it is fake. Even if someone is like right and you're like, wow, I agree with their politics, like, that's fine, but have it be separate. Like, have your politics be separate than your faith. Have your Have your thoughts on education be separate than your faith. Have your faith, like, be centered in Jesus for Jesus and not all these other things. It's so easy to get caught up in it. Now that I'm, like, out of it, too, and I'm, like, watching church on Sunday, I'm like, did that person really just say that on stage? Because that is not true. I'm like, that is not in the Bible. So it's just easier to spot when you spend time with him personally. You're like, oh, red flag.
Yeah.
So I think it's okay not to trust Christians, but trust God.
Yeah.
Don't trust Christians. Yeah. It's okay.
No.
They're
that
crazy.
was straight facts that we just said. So
yeah. We really try to beat around the bush, but you can't. We live in America. We can't beat around the bush. It's a problem. It's a problem.
What if I'm exhausted by church culture? Yeah, same.
I think that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that there's a level, we were even talking about this before we even started recording. There's a level of fakery that happens.
Fakery? Witchery. I'm just going to say
Not that. But there's a level of, like, what is the word? Fake?
There's a level of performing.
Yeah, yes.
Performance. That's the word.
That happens in the church.
Yeah.
That is exhausting.
It's really tiring. Yeah. Yeah. And that's like, I do think like, I think of a lot of my volunteers from a few months ago of like just people who wanted to stop serving because, and not because of the place, but because they were like, I need a small church, or I need less worship, or I need like, everybody has different things. Like everybody has different preferences. Everybody connects with Jesus differently. I don't think that's wrong. I think there does come a point when you're like serving as a high capacity volunteer, or you're serving on a staff and you become tired. Yeah. Like, and I think you have to listen to it, to be honest. It kind of sucks because you're like, but I think, okay, it kind of sucks, but I also think what I'm about to say, I think is like, these thoughts are just, my brain is turning. I think it sucks, but it also is like, you have to listen to it because I do think God's doing something in it. Like, I don't think you'll ever forget it. Maybe you have to step away from the mega church you attend to go to a small church. And maybe in 10 years, you'll be at a mega church again. But then you won't ever forget what it's like to be lost in the crowd. Like, I think it's okay to leave and come back and figure out what you like and what you don't like. And like, I always joked that I was the boomer trapped inside a Gen Z body because I think worship is way too loud. Like, that's just, I said it. I don't care. I think worship is way too loud. I love a good earplug. That was part of my job, was restocking the earplugs. And when people were like, we need to get rid of them, I was like, absolutely not.
So, my personal supply.
Yeah, they're for me. And I don't think that's bad. I think it's okay to have your preference. I think the important thing is to not project it and to not let it hurt you. Like, I think it's okay to be tired of it though, and have boundaries for yourself. Yeah. Like, we're not like, we both, what you just said though, we're both tired of performance in church. And so we're not performing. If you come talk to us, you're getting what you get. Yeah. And that's what it is. Yeah. So, yeah. And I don't think that's bad. No. But some people rather us perform. Yeah. There's people for sure who are like, they should get a filter. Yeah. No, thank you. No. It's gone now. Episode 1 of the day and we're gone.
Okay. What if I don't know how to separate God from people who misrepresented him? Oh. Yeah. I mean, this is a big question. We're like,
that is a big question. Yeah. I know people like this. I know people who still haven't come back to church because they don't know how to admit that it wasn't Jesus. Yeah. I don't know if they'll ever come back to church because they are just like, that hurts so bad. I think that's, I think that's part of it.
Yeah. You just have to figure out how to make the separation of people are people and God is God. Yeah. Like.
And it's not an easy.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. As much as I was like, pick up your Bible. Listen, pick up your Bible, but I don't know if that's going to solve it. Yeah. 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 Because even in the Bible, there's so many people that it's like, that represent God in the Bible. Yeah. And do stuff for God. And it's like, well, I'm sure they hurt people, you know?
Yeah. I think the thing that I come back to is Jesus was the first one to fight religious leaders. Yeah. I mean, like, you're doing it wrong. So if you can get there in your head, hopefully that clears up a little bit. Being like, Jesus was the first one to be like, you're an idiot. Yeah. Well, a little gentler, but actually not any more aggressive.
Yeah. Maybe a little more compassion, but gentle, no, but like more compassion.
Jesus was spicy.
Yeah. He was very spicy. Yeah, I do think, I think it's, good to, That's a hard question.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have the answers.
We're just very like, yeah.
Like,
we're agreeing.
We'll sit with you in it.
Yeah. That's a good way to say it, though. Yeah. Find the people who get it. Mm-hmm. I think it's good to find the people that you can say that to. Yeah. Like, I don't know how to separate it. Yeah. And it doesn't make you a bad Christian. No. That's not, yeah. It's probably hard for God, too, because those are his children also, and Jesus died for them, too. And God's probably sitting up there like, that was hard. Yeah. That was tough. Yeah. You know? But yeah, we keep moving forward. Yeah. That's a hard one. Sorry if you're there. We understand. We're there too. That one's a hard one. Yeah. Woo.
Okay. What if I'm scared to ask questions because I'll be labeled difficult? Ask the questions.
Oh. Yeah. Amen. Ask the questions.
Yeah. I mean, who cares?
Be difficult.
Yeah.
Us two people who've been labeled difficult. Be difficult. Period.
I don't know. Maybe we're the wrong people to say that, but
we're the wrong people to ask. But if you're looking for a different answer, you're asking the wrong people. Yeah. If you want affirmation that you're doing the right thing, you got it. Yeah. Yeah. No, I think it's good to ask questions. Yeah. Like, no good leader is going to be offended by you asking questions. Yeah. And if they are, that's an insecurity thing. Yeah. No good leader is going to be insecure about you asking a question. They'll be like, oh.
They'll be like, oh, I never thought of that. Yeah. Let's figure it out.
They might need time to think about it, and they might need time to deconstruct what's happening in their leadership, but no good leader will be offended by you asking questions. Yeah. So be difficult, because you're probably in the right place. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. What if I'm leaving? Mm-hmm. Oh, what if leaving church spaces felt safer than staying?
Leave.
Yeah. I don't know.
We are definitely the wrong people to be talking about this. Like, no, I think this is good. I think this is a good question. I've had a lot of volunteers in the last 6 years of full-time ministry leave because they were hurt, or because they felt unsafe, or because they felt unseen or undervalued. And that's okay. Mm-hmm. Here's what I care about. I think you care about this too as a pastor. As pastors, we care about if you follow Jesus. I don't care if you attend my church. Mm-hmm. I care about if you follow Jesus. If you're leaving the church and you're leaving God because of what happened, I want to sit down and talk about it. If you're leaving the church because you need a different church, that's fine. And I'll help you find another one. Yeah. But if you're leaving the church as the capital C church and you don't want to talk to Jesus anymore, slow down. Don't do that. Because then you're probably struggling with the other questions of like, how do you decide who's a person and who's God and like what happened? But I think if you're leaving the church because you feel unsafe there, I think that's, I think you have to. You have to listen to your body. We talked about this with the Holy Spirit, like that sometimes it's your body. Sometimes it's your gut. Sometimes it's your body reacting. Like coming out of fight or flight is very, like fight mode is like very hard. Survival, very hard. So if you're coming out of that and you're like, I need to leave to come out of that, then you need to leave. Yeah. But if you're leaving Jesus, we need to talk. Yeah. Don't leave Jesus. Yeah. Jesus is safe.
Yeah. And like it comes down to like the people, the community there. Like are those safe people for you to be around? No? Okay, maybe you need to find a different group. Like if they're not representing Jesus in the way that you think it needs to be, like that's not a safe place. Go. Yeah. And I don't think that's bad. I think it's bad when we make it bad when people leave. Like it's okay to leave. That doesn't make you a villain. If that doesn't make you a bad person. If you're trusting everything that's presented to you, you need to discern a little bit. Yeah. God gave us discernment. Yeah. And he gave you the Holy Spirit. So trust your body. Yeah. That's good. All right. We made it through. We made it through. We did it. Woo! Remember how we said it would be a light episode? No. Fun. Like fun in the like way that you're like panicking. You're like, hee. Okay, we do have a question for all of you this week though. What if your what if question was actually created for you to run to him instead of away from him? That's good. Knee slapper. That was a good one. Yeah. We talked about a lot of stuff. So hopefully you thought it was fun. Yeah. Hopefully you got to know us a lot. Yeah. That was probably our most theological episode so far. Yeah. Because there was a lot there. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of what ifs. Yeah. And that's normal. Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to being a Christian. If you're not asking what if,
you got one.
You need to pray more.
Yeah, you've got one. Yeah. Your what if is what if you're not hearing it.
All right.
Okay, we'll see you next week.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Subscribe.